What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. For those that don't know, my name is Alina Smith. I'm a writer and producer for acts like Red Velvet, Produce 101, Fall Out Boy, Betty Who, ITZY, Classy, and many others. And on this channel, we discuss all things music production and songwriting. So if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down below. All right, guys, so today we're going to be making a track with Outputs Arcade, which is one of my favorite plugins. This is not a sponsored video. They're not paying me to say any of this stuff. I actually just like this plugin a lot, so this is more like a collab with them. If you guys don't know, Arcade is a very cool plugin that allows you to do a lot of different things. Basically find samples within it, adjust samples, play chord progressions in yourself with the sounds from these sample packs. It's very hard to explain what it does. It's so versatile and it's really quite unique, different from a lot of other sampler type plugins. So I'm just going to show it to you guys in this track. You will see the process of working with it, and I hope you like it as much as I do. Now, I already filmed myself making this beat, and to be honest, I didn't know what it was going to be, but it ended up being kind of like a Olivia Rodrigo type of style. You guys know I don't really make anything rock or punk related whatsoever. My bag is like K-pop, R&B. So this was actually really different and really interesting, but it kind of just shows you that Arcade can take you in a place you never thought you were gonna go. I just heard this guitar sound and I was like, I want to do that. So you guys will hear kind of the process and how I went about it. One more thing about Arcade, if you guys would like to try it out, I have an affiliate code in the description box. You don't have to, but it is one of my favorites, so I recommend it. And now, without further ado, let's just jump straight into this video. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just try to catch a vibe here. I don't really know what kind of thing I want to make, so let's just experiment and have fun and figure it out. Okay. So I've been looking through different loops here in Arcade, and something really caught my eye in this pop underground kit, which I haven't really used before. This is not really my thing. You guys know what I make. I make K-pop. I make, like Ariana Grande, like R&B type pop. So, but for some reason, mostly probably the reason is because I'm hearing melodies as a songwriter and I'm liking this. I'm really liking this sort of indie acoustic guitar that we've got here. I like the chords, I like the strum pattern. Something about it is just really cool to me. And I'm hearing like, we make a mess, and you're the mess that I want you, baby. Like that kind of like Olivia Rodrigo angsty thing, which again is not really what I make, but you know what? Let's just roll with this. Today's video is all about exploration. So I want to go ahead and just see what we can make with this. What I love about Arcade is that you can so easily change the key of this. I was in G major. We're gonna go up, go up, go up, go up. But I'm gonna stick with G major just because I already know I like the top line sitting in that spot. You can leave this like this as MIDI. I'm actually probably just gonna print it down. I like to see the wave. So, and then there is one chord in here that I want to be different. And this is something you could definitely do. We've got this F sharp minor. This is a little more expected, but I want the C major there because I hear a specific melody and it's not what I want. So I'm going to adjust it with Melodyne. Okay, so I actually went ahead and I sang in the melody, the top line melody I'm thinking for this. No lyric right now. I'm not going to write one. I don't have the time for that today, or I might send it to somebody else to lyric. But this is basically what it sounds like with just the vocal and the guitar. I thought about it a time and make a mess. I thought about it a lie, but you're the best. But thought about it out of bait, the pieces out of paper. And then it repeats. I think this is actually a really nice vibe. Like if it had a good lyric and it was something meaningful, like an angsty, I would listen to this. It's not very much like my style and a thing that I usually make, but it is really fun to branch out. So let's get back. I'm going to mute the vocals right now. And let's get back to Arcade because there's actually a few sounds in this kit that are complementary to this guitar, right? So let's go ahead and explore them. I really like this kind of menacing bass. I think this is almost like verse vibes. I don't know if I hear this on the chorus, but I want to grab this. Okay, I actually went into a little bit of a rabbit hole. I was really inspired, honestly, just by this guitar and these chords. And when the bass came in, I started hearing other things. So I basically laid it out as a verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Changed a little bit of the chorus melody, went a little bit higher. This is all subject to change, but this is how I write. You know, I'll write the melodies, I'll get the ideas going, and kind of feel everything else around it. So we can listen to this now and see how this feels.
And baby, I got the key. Late night, I'm slipping. Night, I'm slipping. I've been on a 30 on a hell place, trying to find a 30 on a matrix. I didn't know the day, get that another day, and I know you've been out of bed and make a mess. You got me up in my head, but you're the best. But that about it, out of bait, got pieces of the paper.
Okay, yeah, I think it sounds really cool. You know, I could obviously, like, when I'm for real top lining, can change things, make things catchier, depending on the lyrics too. So, but I think this is a great place to start from, and I really want to start producing up the track. The problem is I have 5 minutes on the timer because the melody writing, the recording took me a hot second. So we're going to reset this. Let's add an extra 30 minutes because I think that's fair, because I wasn't actually planning to like write melody. I thought this was just going to be all tracks. So we need a little extra time. All right, so I want to still keep going through what's in this kit in Arcade because it's all basically made for this, right? For this specific progression. So I want to see like what all is up in here. Okay, so I grabbed a couple of things from this specific kit in Arcade. So I got this really cool electric guitar that's kind of atmospheric. I've tucked it in the back right here. And right here, where everything, all the music drops out, I did kind of a little bit of like a pitch transposition swoop at the end of it. And I got this little piano also. I love this. I don't even know if it's a piano, if it's just a plug, but it goes really well with the pre-chorus part. Okay, so this was just using one Arcade kit, which I think is really, really cool. All right, so I did a little bit more work on this. I'm gonna play you like things that I added. Basically, I went ahead and did a drum section. So I mostly used these samples from Travis Barker, who's the drummer of Blink-182. I just figured that's like the vibe, you know? I got two kicks here. I got this kick, and then I got this full-on like acoustic kick. Got, you know, like a big fill. Got a hat, loops, a couple of snares, like a more kind of roomy one. And this is from Oliver. I kind of wanted like a short middle one and a wide roomy one. So, you know, and this is me moving really, really fast. This would all need to be, honestly, for this song, probably would need to have a live drummer do it. So you want to have like the overheads in the room and like the full experience. You know, I got like a little like 808 hat hidden in as well, some crashes. You know, for a lack of an electric player and the fact that I have like 5 minutes left on the timer, I didn't create an electric guitar part. I basically just copied the acoustic and I added decapitator on top, which is like a great, honestly, like quick way to create the vibe without, you know, spending a lot of time, because my whole mantra is I don't like to spend a lot of time on songs and tracks until and unless I feel like, okay, this is really good. This has a chance to be placed. Like, you know what I mean? Like for me, I gotta make money. So if I don't think it's something that could like be successful, I usually just, there's my timer. There's my timer. I usually just nix it early on, you know, but something like this like sounds really promising to me. So I'll play you guys like kind of what I have here. And then I know we ran out of time, but I have one more idea I want to try after this.
And baby, I got the key. Late night, I'm sipping. Night, I'm sleeping. I've been on a 30 on a hell place, trying to find a 30 on a
we have, honestly, the drum section sounds very small to me, and that's actually the challenge with a lot of these types of things. I would want to track live drums, you know, and I would want to really carefully stack everything. For like a very quick thing, it's okay, but definitely not like, I wouldn't let it go out to the world like this, you know. So, but what I want to try is another arcade type of thing. So Arcade introduced a new type of usage, I guess. I don't know like what to call this, but basically, like you guys saw me use it. There's samples that are built into this. You can change their key, you can change their tempo, but you can't really like change the chords necessarily. So for that, basically Arcade added note kits, which are a very, very cool thing. Basically, you can use this like an instrument, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So let's just pull up this Arctic Freeze note kit, right? Like, let's say we love that sound. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but it's going to download it. And then I'm basically going to play the keyboards and play this just like any other instrument. Okay, yeah, I basically just played, you know, a G, E, D. So you can go ahead and play melodies, play chords with this. It's really, really cool. It doesn't have to be just this instrument, right? It could be pretty much any of the instruments that have the note kits included in them. But another really cool thing about this is basically is like a VST within a VST, because when you go in here, you get all of this like compatibility, controllability. I don't even know if that's a word. And one of the things that I think is really fun is the arpeggiator. For example, like I hold this down now, just putting on the arp, like very simply. You know, it adds some movement, and you can adjust the volume of every hit. You can layer 3 arps, or I think up to 3, yeah. So it could be like a very cool thing. I love it. Okay, so I haven't even changed this setting here. It was literally one of the first things that I pulled up, like the first note kit that I saw. And actually, this is really, really great. Like if you listen to this, it just adds a little bit of atmospheric kind of vibes to this. Shimmering stuff. So, I mean, I think that's a really fun vibe, and we could definitely use that. But I also really want to try to use the ARP, so I want to use these same chords I just played, and then just find something that's going to arpeggiate and just add another layer that we can use. Okay, so I actually found a preset that I really like from this kit called Feedback. It's called Space Magic. You know, it actually added the ARP to it. You know, we can change the speed or we can change the rate here. But I like the 8th notes. Yeah, it's swing. It's actually really, really like complex, awesome ARP. I usually am like, you know, I usually like the simplest thing because pop music, but there's a lot you can do with it. So, and even here too, this kind of landing page for these note kits, there's a lot you can do. For example, this cavern is just the big reverb. Versus. It's cool. And you can change the tone of it. Oh, that's cool. I think it's some kind of repetition that's being added. So yeah, it's very adjustable very quickly. Yeah, and something like this is really fun, this little bell up top, because we don't have a lot of high frequency stuff up here in this track. Awesome. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and listen to this Olivia Rodrigo style track. Very much not usually what I work on, but it's really, really fun to branch out. I'm going to play it with vocals once and then without vocals once, because I think this was mostly about creating a beat, but I might very well use some of this top line, you know, some of the melodies I can hear myself trying a few more takes and seeing if I can beat it, but I think it's pretty good for a start.
Da da la di da, but da 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 dee, and da 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 da, and baby I got the key. Late night I'm sipping, night I'm sleeping, up. I've been on a 30 for the hell place, trying to find a 30 for the matrix. I didn't know the day.
Anyway, like this, it repeats right there. I feel like actually melody should do something else, but that's for another video. Yeah, and let's listen without the top line now. Yeah, I actually went ahead and created this very simple filter with just EQ8, which comes with Ableton. Rough transitions, but it's cool. I think it's a good, like, very early start. A lot of the sounds I think I could tweak, and if it's going specifically in that Olivia Rodrigo direction, I think it needs a lot more, like, kind of very cool, very weird type of sounds. So that type of track, you know, we're not going to do in an hour or however long it's been, hour and a half. That's more like a, you know, full day process of sound design and, you know, really dig in for the right things, but I think it's a great start. All right, guys, and that was pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the process. I hope you enjoyed Arcade and me showing off all of its capabilities. Like I said, it's one of my faves. So if you want to try it out and use my affiliate link to download it, I would appreciate it. But you don't have to, of course. As always, if you have questions, put them down in the comment box below. And please like this video if you actually liked it, because that really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any videos from me. And on that note, I'm gonna go, you guys. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.